And now our next speaker is Manosish Ghosh. I don't know if you can hear us. Let's see if we have connection with Manosish.
Yes, I can hear you guys well.
Okay, so I will very briefly introduce Manosish. Manosish is the co-coordinator also of ExpoHealthNet project, along with Peter, that we will see later. Okay. Manosish, I will introduce you very briefly. Dr. Manosish Ghosh is a molecular toxicologist, and his work connects nanotoxicology, genotoxicity, and environmental epigenetics. He works in the Catholic University of Leuven, where he has built a strong international profile as both researcher and scientific manager. He became a European registered toxicologist in 2023, and he's currently leading major European projects which advance research on human exposure to pollutants, new biomarkers, and innovative toxicology methods. He has also driven initiatives in microplastic toxicology and exposure science, notably contributing to the EFSC aggregate exposure roadmap. Manosish will introduce us the ExpoHealthNet Cluster itself, giving also some insights specifically about the working groups that have been already established. So Manosish, the floor is yours now.
Thank you, Chris. As much as I would have loved to be there in person, our flights got canceled last minute because of the hacking, I suppose. So here I am behind my desk. As part of the current coordination team, it's a pleasure to introduce you to the cluster. You've seen the wonderful video that was produced. So this project, the cluster has come into being from the call on understanding the role of environmental pollution in non-communicable diseases, air, noise, light, and hazardous waste pollution, which led to 7 successful projects that includes ClimAir, ENACT, and Visome ExpoSignal, ExpoSim, Marco Polo, and Uprise. So these are 7 projects with over 104 organizations and more than 300 researchers participating right now. It covers a lot of the areas that was already brought up in the earlier presentation. So exposures, a large number of these. And you will listen to it more in details in the next section where each of the project would present. So it includes air pollution, physical stressors, climate and environment, but also a large number of health outcomes, cardiovascular, respiratory, neurological, and cognitive, immune outcomes, as well as cancer and other disorders. We explore a lot of different biological endpoints as well. So molecular pathways, looking into disease-specific biomarkers, but also immune and developmental endpoints. And that needs a huge amount of coordination, which brings me to the cluster management. This happens by rotation and for a period of 9 months where 2 projects take up the responsibility of coordination of the cluster. For the first period, it's ExpoSim and ClimAir, and we continue till end of December 2029, coordinating the last period with Uprise, and you have here. So feel free to contact us anytime if you have a question, and you will get an answer for sure from us. As you've seen, there's a huge amount of data collection and integration and a way to synergize these. And therefore, currently there are 3 working groups that have been formed. The first one is science translation for policy and practice, and Gerardo pointed out really well the need there, and therefore I think with the objectives that we have here is to ensure alignment of scientific outputs with policy needs. It's really important to have these timely communication, foster dialogue between researchers and decision makers, develop strategies for science to policy, support evidence-informed environment health policies. And this working group will be co-led by Marco Polo and ENACT, and all other partners will support these initiatives, and we will produce, of course, a policy roadmap, which is due in month 12. So that will be circulated within the cluster, but also with the respective members of the commission and our advisory board. But also we will follow it up with thematic workshops for which many of you will be invited. The other major initiative that requires a lot of collective effort is data analysis, management, and protection. So to make all of the findings fair, but also promote harmonized data standards, protocols, ontologies, but also paying attention to the GDPR regulation. And we therefore collaborate very closely, and this will be led by Envisome and Uprise project. And of course, here as well, we have plans to organize thematic workshop, but an initial deliverable is due in month 12, where we will produce the common data management plan. And we are also working closely with IPChem and other partner projects or cluster projects to harmonize and work from the actions that have already been happening in other cluster projects, which Rita referred to in her presentation. And then there's the communication and dissemination working group, bringing all the findings to different stakeholders, which have been very active. You've seen the video, you've seen flyers. We have been very active on different social media channels throughout this period. So cluster identity and other aspects have been already prepared. And this is something that we will continue working through the period, communicating our findings. You can find us on our website, but also on LinkedIn. And you can, of course, reach out to us anytime you have a question. And with this, I end my presentation and I give the floor back to Chris.